Well, hello there. Long time no see, I guess. I just uploaded just a robot thing, and then saw that there was a second call with Himpleton, which was so terrible. I just wanted to react to it, and thanks to Lio Convoy for sending me the link to this video because I couldn't find the archive online, which is sad. Because this call is quite an experience. I haven't seen all of it. Just tuned in and out when Beckett was reacting to it. So anyways, let's just get into the call because I know you like it when I talk about just a robot.
Won't tell you his name.
Okay.
Alright, good.
That's fine, Lorenzo. That's not important.
And yes, for those who don't know, Lorenzo is his editor from the Cine video, which got leaked by Kumo.
I'm going to be honest here. Lorenzo did help me out with this video in a few areas. Like at one point, I said this makes Cine seem less more innocent, and he told me to reword it as less guilty, and I was like, yeah, you're smart, I should do that, and I did that. So, and Lorenzo did have cold feet about this as well. I should have heeded what he was saying more, and so yeah, I want to make this clear. No, I don't want to put all the blame on Lorenzo. All he did was put that casting couch in, which
that's not the only time though. Oh. That's not the only time.
Yeah, you put it in 3 times, right?
Yeah.
And interestingly, it's not the first time that Char got stabbed in the back by an editor. Apparently they're gonna talk about another thing later, but there was an instance, which wasn't on purpose by the editor, I think, that when Jar was in the Just Hobby video, was talking about the black man, and suddenly black SpongeBob was sliding across the screen, and it was really pitch black over the paint bucket tool. And the mouth was made a very bright red, which understandably reminded some people of minstrel shows. Apparently then the editor had to speak out in Jar's response video, saying, yeah, I did it, I thought that Kai sounds like SpongeBob, so I put this on the screen, and people were wondering why did he not just put SpongeBob, why did it have to be this SpongeBob? And Jar got a lot of trouble for it, and I'll be honest, the trouble would have been avoided if he just checked the video before uploading, had a tighter grip on his editor. It's been 4 or 3 years since then, maybe even 5, and Jar still hasn't learned.
And like you recognize that made him look really bad, right?
Yeah, fair enough. Because honestly, I wanted to edit the whole call with funny visuals, not just that.
The sad thing is, Jar lacks so much control over his editors that he probably would have gotten away with it.
Here we go. Right, look at this. Oh god damn it! This is hold up. There, now we can see all the aids. That's not my favorite one. My favorite one is
No offense, but your laugh makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, and I did not know what the casting couch is. I did not ask Lorenzo, just to be transparent, I did not ask you to add this in, right?
Nope, on me, because I thought it was funny.
You're gonna speed up a little bit.
Okay. And the same thing, I guess, applies as well to the fact that every time the word pedophile was mentioned during the Cine call, you put a PNG of Cine on there.
Wait, I could have sworn I put in a PNG of pedo bear there. What? No, wait. Hold up. Is that the one with the Cosmodor edit? I forgot which one.
Yeah, it's the Cosmodor edit one.
Be honest, at least it was nice that Jar's editor put edits into it that fucked over Jar's terrible video, because again, he tried to give PR advice to a groomer. He tried to advise her how to get out of the situation, and was highly defensive of her, which was very, very uncomfy to watch.
Yep.
Holy shit, I think he's dying.
I think I also put up that PFP myself when I was adding to the editing when we were talking about Cosmodor a little bit earlier.
Well, you may have done it once, but what I'm saying is that every single time the word pedophile was
Okay, not gonna lie, the edit is hilarious, I gotta admit to that.
mentioned, that PNG was put on there.
I could only remember it being added in twice.
Yeah, one. That's backstabbing. So it's fair, right? Wait, whatever. I don't know. Is this done or whatever, or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't have any more questions for you.
What I learned from this is that really John needs to have a tighter grip on his editors. Because during his skeptic commentary era, the worst stuff that was in there was what he said. It wasn't weird edits going on, and I don't know why he gives his editors so much free reign.
If Jar does, then that's whatever.
Nope. But I just want to make it clear, this is not all of Lorenzo's fault. It's almost all my fault for how this ended up.
That's fine, but I mean, I think that it's important to establish the fact that, like, he says that, you know, you didn't tell him to put the casting couch in, so that way, like, you know, you can be like, dude, I didn't. You know what I mean? Like, it makes you look a lot better if, like, you didn't ask for that to happen.
This is not the first time I got in trouble for one of my editor's edits, and I'm sure it won't be the last time. It's just my editor puts something in the video. I don't really see it as a problem or a big deal, or sometimes I don't recognize what they're even putting in the video.
Sure.
Embarrassingly, one of my videos I had to take down really quickly because someone hid interracial porn in one of my videos, like it was in a folder and you could see it.
Oh,
and I had to
wait. Can I?
He uploaded it and only then realized, oh wait, there's prawn in it. Wow.
Also tell you the time that some editor did you dirty by putting monkey sound effects in a video about the Woman King.
Yes, I had to completely redo that. I had to get Lorenzo to completely
No. I told you that. I told you about this, and then you sent me the original audio file with your voice.
Fair enough.
Well, Lorenzo, you can get going now.
All right, bye. I'm also a game developer. Goodbye.
Okay, bye, Lorenzo.
All right.
I mean, to be honest, I highly doubt he's a good game developer, if he even really is one, but I think that's the only career choice he has left, because there's no way people are gonna hire him as an editor after that.
Yeah, well, that's good. One issue, though, is that I had my call with Lio.
Mm-hmm.
I sent him an old draft of the Cine Bear video, which was like the middle of the road draft before I decided like which way I was going to go or if I had proof for certain things. I sent Lio that.
Yeah.
And but before that, me and Lio had a call, and Lio, it felt like Lio was like staring directly into my soul. The guy really knows how to. He pointed like he said that I hold grudges and it's unhealthy. I need to go to therapy to talk about my anger issues. That he convinced.
I mean, to be honest, I think people who watch your content and the way you conduct yourself can tell it. It doesn't really take staring into your soul to figure it out. Cause, come on, I never talked to you and I made an entire video about how weird you are.
Me to take down my Doodle Tones video because he said all she did was voice lines in a video that was negative about you and you danced on her grave. And I think he is right. And because normally I go after people for backstabbing me, but I don't really think that was backstabbing enough. I just felt slighted after everything I did for her. But I do feel like after talking with Lio and going through everything, I do feel like I'm not a good person and I've messed up a lot.
Well, I don't know about that, dude. Like, I don't know how.
It's kind of sad that it took you a stern talking from Lio to realize you messed up. You are almost 30, my guy. You are almost 30.
How that would make you a bad person. Like, you can have some flaws as a person and not be a bad person.
I think it's hilarious how Himpleton tries to kind of enable him to keep on going the way he's going.
It's just that I sometimes think I don't know what a friend is. Like, I have very, very, very few friends. Like, in real life, I pretty much just hang out with my neighbor and roommate. And that's basically it. I did have...
To be honest, from the way I saw how Lio talks about people after like Lio and Peaches after they got cancelled, I realized that maybe in real life he maybe views the people as friends, but online he views them more as allies. people who can help him when he's in trouble. Cause for me, like when he also wants to recruit basically Cindy by helping her, and it feels like he views the online drama and everything like one of his stupid cartoon shows, that he expects that when he helps the one of those people in their drama, that they will show up in the season finale and help him out when he needs it. And because Peaches was gone, Lio's credibility was pretty much down, so so less people would be likely to listen to him, what he says. Suddenly Jar acts like they died or something. And now again, like now he talked with Lio for advice, and apparently still didn't take it, or just realized afterwards that he fucked up. I don't know. I'm glad that Lio basically washed his hands of him.
I know people are gathering things on me from behind the scenes. It's not going to make me look the best. At least I've never been in the DMs of a minor, so like...
Yeah, I mean, that's an easy plus, right?
Haven't you sent this fart porn as the very first message you had with a minor? Like, it wasn't really porn, it was fart fetish stuff, and it was literally the first thing he sent to this minor.
Right there.
Yeah, like, I always say this, the only two things that can get you canceled are PP around kids and yourself, and the yourself part is if you give up.
Exactly.
But, yeah, it is disturbing how much backlash I am getting from all of this. Like, I just look, like, I'm on my alt account and a video will pop up, and I'm like, T-Moss Boss, a guy who's consistently done videos on me, who only got like 100 or 200 views, is now like getting 1,000 views on his videos about me, and I'm like,
oh my god, 1,000 views! What are you gonna do now, Jar? You're completely done. My god. I got 70k on a 17k on a video on you, and I'm a complete nobody, and who cares? It's not a danger to you.
oh, god damn it.
Well, you just have to understand that, like, commentary was dry of drama, and, like, your Chud interview was just perfect for people to just kind of, you know, capitalize on, and your time will inevitably, you know, end, like, where you're, meaning your time, like, for people, like, fucking talking about you, like...
Oh yeah, I know, I give it, like, I give it about 2 months before, like, everything is over.
Oh, dude, I'll bet it's even shorter than that. Like, commentary...
And it still keeps on going because more and more comes out. And yeah, I know Himpleton is trying to enable him, to push him to make the monkey keep on dancing.
Harry is a fickle bitch, you know? Like, they do not stay on stuff for very long.
I know. The only thing I hear people talking about aside from Cinny and me is Bo Blacks and Lily Orchard.
Yeah.
Wait, commentary was talking about Lily Orchard? I can't remember that one. I know that they talked about Bo Blacks, but Lily Orchard, not really.
Oh yeah, there is always something new. Like, they eventually move on to the next thing. It's not like it used to be. I remember people would talk about the same person for like constantly, sometimes for years at a time.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, you remember when Grade A Under A, Leafy is here, H3H3, Pyrocynical, and like pretty much every major person went after him all at the same time?
Oh yeah, everybody was dogpiling.
Yeah, they were making him look like a pedo, they were making him look like a this, they were making him look like a that. I still to this day do not know how he got out of those allegations.
By just continuing, and second, he didn't have a nice guy persona. If you're an openly a complete jerk and an a-hole, you get away with it. You get away with it with not being nice. Like, if I would constantly call people slurs and be mean and whatnot, you can cancel me for it because the people who are subscribed to me, who watch my content, know what I am. They are not gonna leave. And commentary is also a lot something that people stick around for the hot juicy drama. They maybe want to see your take on the drama, but they're not really here for you as a person. I be honest, like for example slop commentary, the slop videos. People are not watching Pegasus or Sensitive Society for their personality. They watch them because they make easy, digestible drama content. I doubt many of you are here for my personality. I doubt a bunch of people here are just here to watch demon lady bash an completely weird robot.
Yeah, like Keemstar, if there's one person, I'm not gonna lie, the person I fear most on the internet is Keemstar, because I realize there's no way I could hurt him, because he's literally, there's nothing I can do to him that hasn't already been.
The weird thing is, why do you fear someone you can't hurt? Like, if you just don't do anything and don't provoke and don't start a fight, why should you be worried? Like, yeah, there are people like this, but I'm not really afraid of them because I'm not gonna to start a fight with them or get on their radar. Like, it's weird. Like, I know Jar's collecting, like, basically the weaknesses of people around him and commentary and whatnot, which is pretty creepy. And it's kind of weird to be afraid of someone who you can't cancel.
Done. The guy's reputation is from. Yeah, you mess with a guy whose reputation is in the toilet, you're just gonna get covered in shit.
Exactly. Oh, that's a good analogy.
Yeah, I'll be gathering examples. I can't gather everything, and it's just hard because I need to remember who I said that to. I do have a few ideas, and I'm going to compile it. It's just, I'll joke about it for a little bit, and then I'll take a break from it for a while, and then I'll do it again. But I can think of a few people I've done this with. And once I need to add the proof in for the doc, I mean, not my doc, my script, which, well, is a doc, but once I gather the proof, I'll show it. I'm probably going to block out the names and profile pictures of people I've said this to for their privacy.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because, yeah, I don't want...
Yeah, we saw this in his response video, and this didn't do anything to really help him or change people's opinions of him. People just thought even more that he's a weirdo because he's sending it to everyone and doesn't really have any boundaries.
Want them to get any flack for what
I mean, here's the thing too, like, I don't think you have to show a ton of examples. Like, you showing like 2 or 3 is going to be plenty, you know? It's going to show that you have like an established, like, you've done this before. It's not like a thing, you know?
Yeah, but I won't lie, I did start to think, maybe with what everybody was saying, I did start to think, what if I did have something for Cine? But now I realize something. The idea of that started from Kumo, and now he's on like a live stream. I think this was uploaded a day or 2 ago, but now he's like talking about how I was planning to meet up with Cine and rape her, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, that was
people didn't really think you want something from Cine, at least the most people. People just thought it's funny that when you were asked if you want something from her and you said, well, I'm a straight dude, she's a woman, like, it just came off weird and people thought it's funny and they wanted something to laugh at.
Insane. That was insane.
It's basically like with Tipster and Lolly. I think most people know that he wasn't into that shit, but it was just funny to joke about it.
Listen to that call and that was fucking crazy. Like, and he's super out of pocket for saying that. I don't know why the fuck he said that.
Yeah, because here's the thing. The closest thing I've ever done to sexual assault is put my hand on a woman's shoulder.
Why do you even say it? It was... when you start a sentence with the closest thing I've done to a sexual assault, it's already bad. But why do you even say it? It's like, basically, hey, this is the dirt there's on me. Like, why do you just show you the embarrassing stuff about you?
Her freezing up and then I'm moving away real quick because I was like, oh, okay, I read that situation wrong. It's because, like, one time I was on this date with this really hot 21-year-old, like, really hot.
Why does he have to mention that she's 21? When he would say, oh, this really hot chick, does he think people would automatically assume he's talking about a teenager, or... I don't know.
And I asked her if I could kiss her, and she said, just looked at me and she said, are you autistic?
Yeah.
And it completely killed the mood. So it's hard because you need to know the body language.
Yeah.
But when you're autistic, it's hard. And like, I don't want to kill the mood with a woman because, like, that was a mood killer. She also kept on asking me if I was a virgin after that.
Yeah, I mean, like, those things happen though, you know? Like, I guarantee, like, almost everybody has a story like that.
Like, I know he wants to bait Charles to feeling like what he does is completely fine and normal, but nope. Not everyone has a story like this.
For him to, you know, say that, like, he would have, like, that you would have met up with her and, like, raped her. Like, that was insane. That was insane.
Yeah, I don't I don't have
Yeah, I think nobody really thought that this is serious or normal.
a desire to do that.
Yeah, obviously. And I think that, you know, honestly, a lot of people are gonna look at that and be like, what the fuck? Like, that was crazy of Kumo to say.
Honestly, I think that might be something good, though, because I can show that and be like, listen, guys, like, I'm a lot of things, but I'm definitely not a rapist.
Yeah, Ja put this into his video again, his response video, despite it not really being relevant to the video what he discussed there, but, well, he wanted to put it in there.
Right.
I have no criminal record at all. The worst thing I've ever had, the only thing I have is, like, 2 speeding tickets, and one of them I got taken off my record, and one of them I got very recently as this was all going down. I was driving, I guess wasn't thinking, and I went a little bit above the speed limit.
Happens to everybody.
No, it's just a speeding ticket, but when you say it was very recent, it doesn't look good. It looks good when it says this was ages ago and didn't happen again, but if you said it was very recent, then who am I telling it to? He isn't taking advice anyways from people.
Yeah, but like that's the most crime I have ever committed, because I know I won't make it in prison.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, like I don't even think white nationalists would take me. I think they'd be like, listen, man, you're not a good look for us.
I mean, to be fair, dude, I don't think I would make it in prison either. I think there's a lot of people who wouldn't make it in prison.
Yeah, I did have a friend who was an ex-convict, and he was one of the most chill guys I knew. He just got caught with like a ton of pot on him, and he was sentenced to like 2 years in prison and 1 year of house arrest.
God, that sucks. Especially for pot.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not American, but I would actually, when someone is caught with a lot of weed on them or something, for me personally, it would suck to pay tax dollars or tax money for them to be in prison for drugs.
Yeah, I am one of those guys who thinks we should legalize it, because I don't think it's as bad as alcohol, but...
No.
Jar is one of those people who I never want to witness being high.
I know the backlash is going to get a little bit... I know the backlash is like pretty much as bad as it's going to get unless someone digs up something really awful on me. The problem is I don't remember everything I've said or done. And, yeah. And,
but like, off the top of your head, can you think of anything that they could dig up on you that's like worse than what's happening now? Because, I mean,
Now a normal person would just not answer this question or lie and say I don't know. But Ja, for some reason, will just listen to someone saying, hey, come, there must be dirt on you, you can tell me about it, what dirt is there, and respond.
I can't. I can't think of anything.
There's proof of me there's definitely proof of me conspiring against other YouTubers, because like I had grudges with them. One time Why
are you saying things? Why are you talking?
I think I one time pissed in a toilet while I was on a call, and I did not clarify if everybody in the call was an adult or not.
I mean, you are pissing. I don't think it would make it any normal if it were adults who have to witness it. But yes, there is a clip of him pissing with the robot filter on, apparently, because he forgot to take off his headset or whatnot. I don't know, but I know there's this clip. And I regret knowing about it.
If somebody tries to use that against you, that's so stupid. Like, that's...
I know.
That's like cartoonishly stupid if someone tries...
I mean, it's not only stupid, it's funny. Kinda.
...to use that against you.
Yeah, it's just ever since... Like, for the last few years, I've been trying to only talk to adults because, like, I'm worried that I'm going to forget someone's age. I'm going to say something stupid, and then they're going to be like, oh, Jar asked what this person's age was, and they told him 14, and 3 years later, Jar did this. And
right.
And just an advice, only because the person is an adult doesn't automatically mean it's okay to make weird jokes around them, because now you saw adult woman came forward and said it's weird that you make cock jokes.
One of the worst parts is just the amount of discords I've been in, because I joined a discord just to talk to someone, and then I just stayed in it. Like, do you know about the Neko Pond situation?
It sounds familiar, but no.
Neko Pan was this child predator, and basically they brought me into their server so they could talk to me about a predator. They could tell me about a predator who I think I was friends with, or who was in my Discord, or whatever. And I just quickly banned that person. And then Neko Pond told me I could leave, and I said, nah, I think I'm just going to stay here. And then like years and years and years later, they got outed. And people are like, why is Jar not Discord? But the thing is,
to be honest, I also have issues with. I have the same issue. I'm in some YouTubers' Discords, and I am not really active in there and haven't talked in ages. But when they kind of invite me over, I don't want to really say no. So I join and never say anything. I think in one of those Discords I have even mod rights, but I'm not sure anymore.
I literally just joined that call and that's it.
Right.
But then there was the FCK stuff where a bunch of art commentators said multiple inappropriate things around minors. And I was in, the porn was in every single chat. Minors had access to it, and it was in every single chat. But all I said in the Discord was two things. Then I left. I just said, "God, I hate Discord," and this Discord is dead or something. And then I think I left. But and even then, I have proof in my junkie video with Doodle Tones. Years before, like a year before it was outed, Doodle Tones brought up that I didn't even remember being in there, because when she was asking me about the Fruitcake Club, I was like, "Was I in that Discord?"
Right.
When someone brings it against you that you were in a Discord or something, you can maybe try to show the amount of times you spoke there, or tell people, yeah, go into the Discord, check it out, you won't find any messages from me. Sure, people will claim that you deleted but then they would ask you to prove a negative, and guilty until innocent until proven guilty. I just wanted to say it the other way around because, God, listening to Jar is tiring.
I completely didn't remember being in that Discord, but she told me, like, yeah, you were in that Discord. And I think I left it because I kept on getting notifications and it got annoying. So I just closed it out. And I've definitely made a lot of off-colored jokes. I've definitely said multiple inappropriate things. And luckily...
Hey guys, I'll be back in just a second.
All right.
I'm just going to leave for 5 minutes because there's a black guy outside my apartment. I want to call the cops on him.
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's funny.
What, just because he's black?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
It's the joke is I live in a black neighborhood.
Even if, luckily everything I did combined is nowhere near as bad as what City did. So,
Yeah.
like, I'm thankful for that. Like,
You're fine.
Yeah, I am annoyed, though, when that people are bringing up that I discard a 14-year-old contacting me and saying I want to make you Holpy as a honeypot situation, because it's like, what did you want me to groom the 14-year-old?
I know.
No, Jar. People think it's odd that you even think that this must be a trap. Just block them and move on. Like, it's weird to say, yeah, this minor definitely was there to make me horny, like that. It's the first assumption you automatically have. It is kinda weird. I had for some reason people in my DMs trying to talk to me about drama, and then it was drama that involved NSFW or something, and I just didn't respond. I just left them on red because I didn't want it to be mean and blocked them. I just didn't respond. And in some cases, when they wrote me again and again, I blocked them because I got annoyed. Seriously though, please don't try to befriend me or something. I'm socially way too awkward for this.
Yeah, like, obviously I'm referring it to a honeypot situation because I was like 90% sure when I saw that message, I'm a 14-year-old and I want to make you Holpy. I was like 90% sure this is someone who's in their 20s and they're trying to get me to interact with them, and if I interact with them in any way, the messages will be twisted. Like, even if I said something as simple as, what do you mean by that? They would have read it like, what do you mean by that?
Right.
At least I gotta give Charles this point. At least he was aware enough to tell that this is a trap. Unlike in this case where someone just asks him, hey, is there any dirt on you? And he keeps on talking like, I don't know, this dude...
I don't think it's crazy to think that at all.
Yeah, so like when I saw that, I was like, block. I didn't want to deal with that. I didn't want to deal with that because talking to minors makes you look bad almost all the time, almost despite what you say. And I didn't want to be put in that situation. But my roommate did tell me that at least the pile that he refers to as a pile, like everything people have on me.
Yeah.
And he says at least your pile will be cleared and you won't have to worry about it again. Because one of the best parts, this is one of the best parts about getting exposed, you don't have to worry about it being exposed anymore because it's already out there.
Yeah.
Even if the pile is cleared, when more stuff happens again, and people can bring up that pile again as a pattern, like my first video on Jar was going over his history, and not only showing how he never really won dramas, but also showing a pattern in how he handles dramas.
Which is why, yeah, like when I hear when like someone's fetish gets outed, whether it's scat or diapers or whatnot, I always tell them like, hey, listen, now that it's out there, you don't have to worry about it being outed anymore.
Right.
I mean, now you don't have to worry about it that it's out there anymore. It isn't really a top tier advice because just look at Doodle Tones. Medical made jokes about diaper fetish, and to this day people talk about it. People still call her Doodle Diapers. It only because it's out doesn't mean that people will stop joking about it.
I am going to quit trauma after this because I'm nervous that next time.
I highly doubt that he will quit drama. I don't know, Jar feels like the person who can't resist drama, who loves talking about drama, and who constantly has the urge to get into drama, or to have the last word, and I highly doubt that he will keep up talking about movies and such. At some point he will get way too excited about a drama and start talking about it.
Something like this happens, I'm going to be covered by people like H3H3 and shit.
H3H3 won't talk about you, plus their audience is still pretty PC, and the moment he's making fun about someone who's autistic, his audience is gonna devour him. Just look at what happened to Ethan over Bo Black's pronouns.
Yeah, I don't want to do this again. I'm not smart enough, I'm not careful enough with my wording, and I kind of just want to review media. I'm not as quick.
Even his media reviews are kinda odd because you can often tell that there's still the sprinkle of the anti-SJW content in there. So even this can get him into drama.
I'm sure I'm going to be mentioned in a Turkey Tom video a few years down the line. I'm pretty sure. Not a full video about me, but at least a mention in a Cine video.
And I highly doubt Tom is gonna make a video on him, because Jar isn't interesting or obscure enough for one of those videos he's making currently. He is probably very aware with Jar because Tom's start was kinda slightly around the ACC, so he probably was aware of Jar.
One thing I would like to clarify, one thing I made a mistake on, is I told you that like some guy just started a channel and his video on me got like 40,000 views and it was the one and only video he uploaded.
Yeah.
Turns out that's Augie RFC's second channel.
Oh, Neo Augie. Okay.
Yeah, so like when I realized that, I was like, oh, okay, so it's someone who's established. And
yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna lie, out of every YouTuber,
it's still funny how Augie wanted to make more frequent uploads on this channel, and I think there are only 2 videos or so now.
The RFC was the one who I've always wanted to fight in Creator Clash. Not because, like, I don't have any...
Oh my god, please make it happen. Please make them fight. I want to see Jar versus Augie. Or Jar versus Boblex, I think. I don't know, I want to see Jar fighting someone from the commentary community.
Hatred for a guy, it's just, I've always wanted to fight him in Creator Clash for some reason. Alright. But can I tell you something that shocks me most about this entire Cine Bear drama?
Yeah.
The likes to dislikes underneath Cine's video, her response video, is actually, it's actually less than what Hopeless Peaches had to deal with.
Okay, it's kinda so weird how he's so focused on likes and dislikes. Despite there is this add-on which shows likes and dislikes supposedly, but this thing is not accurate. It's not accurate. I even compared it with what was shown for my videos and what the actual like-dislike rate was. Like, you can't rely on this like-dislike thing. And don't forget that Peaches really got dogged on by the Creepshow art community. In the Creepshow art community, it was a community that people were afraid of. Like, many may not remember it, but really when Toby made her critical video of Shannon, she multiple times pointed out how afraid she is to make this video because Shannon's audience was insane. And you had way more other ACC people. And Peaches' video got a bunch of dislikes because Peaches also partially tried to defend herself. Cine was just lying down and saying, yes, I'm sorry, I did it, I fucked up. Like, it's really hard to really keep punching on someone who's already lying down and at least pretending to be defeated. Like, Cine's case, it was just her pretending to be sorry. She then backtracked on everything.
He made her first response. Huh?
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah, I think Peaches got like between 12K dislikes and 18K dislikes, and I think Cindy last I checked had like 6 to 8K dislikes. And I'm just thinking it's just so baffling how much backlash there was towards Peaches back then. Like she got canceled harder than Antunes. Like he'd even have as many dislikes as her.
Right.
Okay, difference between Antunes is that he was known to be politically incorrect and a jerk, so it wasn't really like a persona that was like a mask that was supposedly ripped off. Like with Peaches, she had this nice persona, and people thought that this persona just crumbled down. Like it is the Peaches drama from years ago, not the current thing, but yeah, that's the difference between pretending to be a nice person and openly being an a-hole. And if you're openly being an a-hole, sure, you don't grow your audience as quickly as you would as a nice person, but at least your audience knows what they're subscribing to.
Yeah, and it does. I will be responding to this. Lio has talked to me and told me not to do it, and I want to take his advice, but everybody else told me I should respond.
Everybody else wanted you to farm you for content. You should have listened to Lio, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, like, I mean, I barely know anything about Lio, but like, it sounds like he was being pretty fucking harsh to you, dude. Like, I don't know.
Well,
to be fair, the issue with Jar is he needs someone to be stern and harsh with him, because otherwise he isn't learning.
To be fair, he was, and he was going over how disappointed he was in me, how my video disgusted him, and how much of a clown I made myself look like on that VC, and like, yeah. And there's something I'm going to tell you, but I would like this to be between us.
Yeah, for sure.
When I came home...
Like, I want to keep this between us. On a video that's getting recorded, like, come on. Like, I don't know, did John know that this is recorded or not? But either way, it was stupid of him to do it with a dude he barely knows.
Before that, I popped in that call, I really needed to take a shit. But since I took one of my roommates to the laundry mat, I thought I spent too much time getting ready already, so I didn't take a shit. So then I had a massive turd in, like I really felt like I needed to use the bathroom that whole time, and that, like, no one's gonna believe that. So that's why I want to keep between us, because, like, let's be honest.
How the fuck is this relevant to anything?
Honestly, no one's gonna take me for my word at that. There's no way I can prove it.
Sure.
But, like, that probably messed me up even more. I mean, it's not... I mean, when you need to take a shit, you're gonna mess up on things you have to do. Like, I've had to pull over my car multiple times while, like, doing a side hustle because I had to use the bathroom, because I knew, like, oh, fuck, I'm gonna get into a car accident at this rate. And, you know, dying while you need to take a shit, like, oh my god, when they find your dead body, it's gonna smell so bad.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, what sane person is talking about their weird paranoia about dying while needing to take a shit? What is wrong with this man?
Okay, so there's one more thing I think I should bring up that people might bring up.
Yeah.
One time I hired this guy to edit for me, and I didn't realize that...
And he keeps randomly mentioning dirt that is out there on him.
And it was an episode of a TV show, and there was a sex scene. Like, I think it was PG-13 sex scene, but still a sex... No, or maybe it was R. I don't remember. But I remember I had a guy edit that episode, and it was like the one episode with a sex scene. And then he told me, I said, okay, how much do you want? He told me how much he wanted. I said, do you have a PayPal? And he said, no. And I said, why not? And he said, because I'm not 18 yet. And I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. And I started freaking out, and I told...
How do you not discuss the terms of payment before hiring someone? And how did you even find this editor? Did someone recommend him to you, or... Because if you yourself seek out an editor, it's important that you check who you are even hiring, what their former work is. Oh god, why am I even expecting Jar to do basic research before he's hiring a minor to edit a sexual scene?
Him, I can't work with you anymore after this. I'll try to give you the money somehow. And what I did was I paid for... I think I gave him Discord membership, but when I found that out, I was like a wreck. Like, I could not... Like, I was like panicked, because, like, oh my god, did I just recommend a minor porn?
Yeah, but that's not what happened. Like, I think at the very worst, that's, like, irresponsible, right? Like, I don't think that there's anything solid behind that, you know?
Yeah, I just panicked so much. I was so distraught. And I'm sure to 15-year-old, I mean, when I was 15, I looked at stuff like that all the time, but still,
Oh, yeah.
when I realized that, I thought, no, this is going to be so bad. This is going to make me look so horrific.
And the sad thing is, we probably would have never found out if we didn't told it to Himpleton right now. Like, Jar, you're stupid. You are stupid.
Yeah.
It's just, I should make sure of people's age. I was recommended to him by, like, guys who were, like, 18 to 20, so I thought he...
Okay, he got recommended to him. But still, just assuming by the fact that people who are just turned adults recommended him to you, that it must mean that he's the same age, to assume this is pretty stupid.
Was they're in their age range, so that's why that happened. And I, like, yeah, dude, I panicked so much. Like, I was so distraught. That's one of the worst things I have done. And it was an accident, but I still need to clarify people's ages.
Yeah. But,
yeah, because
you learn something out of it.
Like, the older and older I get, the worse and worse it looks when stuff like that happens. And it's really hard because I've seen people even give shit to guys who have 18 plus discords because they're like, listen, your discord may be 18 plus, but you're not verifying people's ages. And it's like, okay, I get that, but like, come on, you can't verify everything in one time.
Exactly.
To be fair, if you openly label your space adults only and minors get into it, it's not your fault. Only because you saw people actually being criticized for it doesn't mean the criticism is valid or that you need to be paranoid about it.
I also saw someone get canceled. I saw this one person get canceled because she liked one picture of Shotokan 7 years ago. And I was
insane.
like,
if he didn't say 7 years ago, I would have thought he's talking about Rom.
I was like, listen, we sometimes accidentally like things, and like, one picture from 7 years ago, like, I don't know how explicit it was, but Jesus. I've seen some people try to cancel Logovert because some of the 800 people he followed liked feral porn. Like,
That's
they didn't draw
insane.
feral porn, they just, yeah, and like, dude, cancel culture is just getting worse and worse. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and I feel like I did contribute to it with some of the videos I've made on people because...
Bruh, you think you contributed to it? You actively collect dirt on people. You actively try to gather people around you for the case that you need allies. You are preparing to cancel people. You are really, I think, just really the only example I know of someone who is actively preparing up front to cancel someone just for the case.
I wanted to get back at people who wronged me or I didn't like, and it frustrated me. Obviously, people do deserve backlash. Like, I remember how catastrophic the backlash James Charles got.
Yeah.
And what's his face?
James really one of the most James Charles is really one of the most atrocious examples of how you can get away with things. Like, you can have multiple inappropriate DMs with minors and you can apparently still get away. If you are like James Charles, this man still has a career. This man still was on events. Like, what the actual fuck?
Who's the guy who everybody jokes that he fucked his cat?
Shane Dawson.
Yes, I remember. Dude, I remember that D'Angelo Wallace's expose video on him got more views than his apology.
I still think it's sad that D'Angelo Wallace's video is no longer up. Because every time people were calling out Shane Dawson or people were asking for a source for a lot of the criticism, this video is where people pointed to. This video was basically everything wrong he did in one thing. So it's kinda sad that this video is gone. But at the end of the day, it was D'Angelo's decision to take it down, and if he wants to take it down, it's up to him.
And I'm sure, yeah, like, sure, people's videos on me are going to get more views than my apology, I'm sure, but I don't have 10 million subscribers.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to worry about that.
Awkward. So is anyone gonna say something, or?
I think the worst thing about this whole drama is when my girlfriend broke down.
His girlfriend is a saint. I don't know what she sees in him. Good luck to them both.
Yeah, she made me swear on her father's grave that I wasn't interested in Cindy. And I did.
Well, I mean, did y'all move past it after that, at least?
Sure, but it still hurt because I didn't want to hurt her.
Of course.
She is, out of every woman I've ever dated, I think she's the most beautiful, and I can't believe that a woman like her would give me, a guy like me, even a chance.
I think I speak for a lot of people in the community when I say nobody really believed it. Like, I heard only positive things about her, and I was wondering how. It's like those cartoon sitcom families where you have this beautiful wife and a dumb fat husband. Like, it's how. Really, how? Maybe she's an undercover cop and waits for the opportunity to arrest him, I don't know.
As long as y'all were able to resolve it, I'm sure you don't have to worry about anything. I mean, of course it's upsetting to upset her, but, I mean, that just shows that you have empathy and that you're a good person.
I know you say that, but I have my doubts, but that's probably because of all the hate.
Yeah.
I mean, you start to believe it after a while. Like,
exactly.
If
It's hard to feel like you know, are good when you're getting a bunch of hate and stuff. And you have somebody like, I mean, like, no offense to Lio, but, like, you know, you have somebody like him, like, basically just, like, really harshly, like, fucking saying that you're basically, like, a bad person and stuff. Like, I can't blame you.
Oh my god, he hopes so much that Jar starts spilling tea on Lio, let's be honest.
The really sad part is, this is the nicest I've ever heard him call someone a bad person. This is like the nicest I've ever seen him do it. Like, he didn't verbally say, I'm a bad person. I think he said, I'm not a good person, but yeah, like, he wasn't yelling. He didn't have his squad of 100 people bearing down on me. Yeah, one thing he did tell me, though, and a lot of people have told me this, is to remove Zaid, aka Miss Anthropony, off my channel. Like, tell him, like, hey, thanks for all you've done for me, but...
And to be honest, he was right, and Lio really talked from experience, because remember, he took a lot of criticism for defending Zaid, and look where it got him.
You probably should not upload on my channel anymore, because that dude is really hated.
Why is that?
He made alt accounts and would, like, threaten people, and he has, like, really bad anger issues, and one of the people he threatened was Cartoonchi, who was a minor at the time. And also had a huge channel and did a video on him that got, like, over 500,000 views.
Oh, damn.
And then he did it again, like, several months to, like, a year plus later. And then that's when people were fully done with him.
To be honest, when it comes to Zaid, I'm kinda glad that nobody really started to side with Zaid when he basically tried to, I don't know if it was really backstabbing Jar, but asked Jar to take down all the videos on his channel, basically ruining his algorithm because he removes views from the channel, and then made a video against him. Like, I'm kinda glad that it didn't pay out positively for him, or that he didn't really got a large chunk of support.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. It's just he's pissed so many people off. Like, he's harassed people who's, like, left comments on videos disagreeing with him. One thing I am happy about this cancellation is that it shows that at least he wasn't the reason for my downfall, which all of his haters were warning me about.
Yeah.
So he wasn't the reason for your downfall, and still, he kinda tried to rebuild his career on your grave. He just used your dead career as hopefully a new jumping board for his, I think, third channel now?
I am so out of it, dude. Like, I am happy that I can talk to you. You've been a big help, and
Dude, of course.
don't get me wrong. There's a part of me who thinks,
Like, there's some, like as he said, there's a part of me who kind of feels sorry for Jar for trusting this dude who's recording the call and trying to make him spill dirt on himself.
you're just recording me and you're going to take me out of context, because I have an issue with trusting people too soon and stuff like that. At the same time, I am also annoyed that people are saying that me bringing up examples of other YouTubers doing this and getting away with it is a deflection, because, like, if commentators really feel about that, well, after you're done with this, why don't you make your videos on how Call Me Carson is a pedo?
Right.
Yeah, because like call me Carson, and from
it kind of comes off as a deflection because people still should call you out. People are still allowed to call you out. Who cares if others got cancelled, others got made videos on them or not? You did wrong. People are allowed to talk about how you did wrong.
when I researched, apparently Keem was the one who started those rumors.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Dude, Keemstar just, wow. I don't think there's anyone who's been exposed for more stuff so many times. Like, obviously, he's not EDP bad,
Yeah.
but it's just the amount of stuff he has done, and he keeps uploading. And yeah, one way you can get away with almost anything is if you're funny and you have a good personality.
100%.
And I don't think I have that.
I watched your Bible power scaling the other day. I loved that video. I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, well, to be fair, that was the only video on that channel that really popped off. Yeah, who knows? Maybe this drama will be a good thing because I'm learning. It's a very, very, very hard lesson, but I am learning. Oh, by the way, before 2 days ago, before Shady talked to me, which was yesterday, but after Lio talked to me, I was so stressed out because he's like, people are going to dig into you and they're going to find everything you've ever done. And you better be ready. You better hope and pray you didn't say and do anything that egregious and like other stuff like that. And I started thinking of like, I don't remember everything I've said or done or how bad it was going to be. And I started, and you know how I haven't been eating?
Yeah.
I started dry heaving multiple times. I'm just shocked I haven't broke out yet because during the Toby drama, I was actually so stressed. Like I wasn't throwing up or anything, but I got stressed and I started breaking out in hives. I have pictures of it, but like, yeah.
It's really for the best that he's staying away from YouTube because he really should focus on his real life. Maybe try to find some communities with similar interests to make new friends in real life instead of online.
I mean, again, I don't know much about Lio, but like, that's just like, he put a lot of pressure onto you, and like, it seems like he was unnecessarily harsh. But I mean, that's just my take.
Maybe, but I feel like out of everyone I've interacted with, Lio, out of everybody, every single person I've ever interacted with, Lio has gone to bat for me more than anyone else, more than any other YouTuber. He's helped me out so much. He helped me when I was getting false PO allegations. He helped me talk out certain things out with other YouTubers. If his reputation was still intact, I would have trusted him to give me.
Like, this is kinda. This was also a former Jar statement, kinda annoyed me that for some reason, after Lio's reputation and basically his usefulness expired, suddenly Jar isn't listening to what he says or is valuing less what he says to him, the advice he gives him. This is kinda frustrating because it really shows Jar looks on your numbers and he values you as a person based on your numbers and the usefulness you have to him. Like, he was listening to Lio when he could expect that Lio is gonna put people in calls with him and talk with them in hope that they can resolve conflicts. But after this was no longer possible, suddenly, bye-bye Lio.
Advice on the Cine situation, I know he would have said, don't you dare touch that with a 10-foot pole. And I would have probably listened to him because, like, I'm not gonna lie, he did become kind of like a...
So he kinda says he kinda assumed what Lio would tell him. You know those what would Batman do bracelets or whatnot? Jar fucking needs one with there with the text what would Lio do, just so he can stop complaining about Lio no longer being someone he could ask for advice or whatnot.
Father figure to me, which I know is kind of
Wait.
cringe. Listen to him, would have said, don't you dare touch that with a 10-foot pole. And I would have probably listened to him because, like, I'm not gonna lie, he did become kind of like a father figure to me, which I know is...
Oh my god, this clip is real. I saw people talk about it on Twitter and I kinda even asked Lio that if he thinks that it means that Zhao secretly deep down hoped that Lio would adopt him too. Imagine all this time Zhao was hoping to join the family. Oh, Zhao, what the actual... My god. This is... Don't seek online friends or something as father figures.
It's kind of cringe since he's only about a decade older than me.
Yeah, but still.
But Yeah, he was there. He gave me good advice, and when I saw the backlash against him, I did work. I got started on a long script about him, but at the start of it, I did say I don't think he's like I had nothing but good experiences with the guy. He's always been a good person to me, and I do appreciate everything he did, but I can't stand behind everything else he.
To be honest, like he talking about like he appreciated. Apparently he didn't appreciate it because he immediately dropped him the moment the credibility was in the gutter. Because let's be honest, for Ja it was just like he was useful. That's what counted.
Has done to other people, but now I realized if that was the case, I should have never made a video on him to begin with, because he is right. If for everything he's done, I shouldn't have done that. I guess after fighting against ArchCC people for so long, I started turning into them. I'm a guy who was trying to call out someone who's helped me so much.
Ja, you didn't just fight ACC people. He's talking like, yeah, I fought them so long, I was one of them. Ja, deep down you already kinda had the characteristics of those people, trust me. It didn't just happen because you fought them, and to be honest, if you just stepped away from the ACC, a lot of the stuff could have been easily avoided, but you had to pick fights with this community. You had this weird hate boner for this community. Stay away from them.
Yeah, but you didn't end up making the video, did you?
No,
Exactly.
but if I didn't get canceled, I probably would have. I honestly, one of the reasons why I did talk about the Cine situation was because I wanted to put off the Lio video longer because I didn't want to do it. Obviously, I don't think anyone will believe that, and I don't blame them. I have no way of proving that, and God, the most annoying part about all of this is how...
To be honest, I would be interested how his Lio video would turn out. Would he mention the positive things Lio did for him, or would he just also talk about the Rosa call? Just like everyone else. Like, the Rosa call was bad, don't get me wrong, like, it was indefensible, nothing about it was helpful, defensible, no one in this was good. It was a complete mess, but it feels like for some people who don't really know anything about really the details about the Senate and the community surrounding it, just point at the Rosa call.
Shud was like, oh, you're going to piss on my boots and tell me it's raining, because I was like, I'm not lying to you.
Right.
No, I wasn't lying to him. I swear I wasn't. But I get gaslit really easily and everything else. But yeah, man, I really should get going. I think I've taken up your time.
Well, I think the video's over anyways, and for some reason my family decided to argue. Because why not? Have one hell of a day.